it's Elizabeth here from Neverland Creative, and today I'm going to be working in my One Little Word Traveler's Notebook. So I haven't really done One Little Word before. I've chosen a word of the year for the past 4 or so years, but other than just choosing it, I haven't actually really done anything to really incorporate the word into my life for the year. So 2018 is the first year that I'm actually going to be participating in Allie Edwards' One Little Word class, and I'm really excited to see where the prompts take me throughout the year. I am working in a traveler's notebook just because that's a different size for me. I used to work in traveler's notebooks, not so much anymore. I'm kind of into 12 by 12 and 6 by 8 scrapbooking, but I figured since this was kind of a smaller project and a very different project than what I usually work on, that a traveler's notebook would work great. As you can see, I am using these American Craft New Day thickers to spell out the word focus, which is my word of the year for 2018. And I am going to end up using one of those transparencies that I have up at the top of the screen right there. Not that one. I end up using a larger one, and those are from the Allie Edwards Lens Story Kit, which I figured would work really well since focus can have something to do with cameras and lenses and such. So I thought that was pretty perfect for this introductory page. As you can see, I just moved those letters a little bit closer to the one little word that I already had printed. That way I would have enough room to add the transparency. And I just add that by stapling it. You can see the staple on the other side of the page because, you know, I stapled it after I'd already glued in the printer page, but that's okay. This isn't meant to be a perfect notebook. That's why I did it in a traveler's notebook, so I would kind of be a little bit more free with what I did. So as you can see, I'm actually moved on to the title page for January, and I actually did that all on the computer. The watercolor girl is actually from an Illustrated Faith file that I bought off their site, and I just recolored to fit the style that I wanted for this notebook. The January that's printed on there is also from the One Little Word digital kit, and the quote in Allie's handwriting, which says "the beauty of becoming," which is the group focus, I guess, for the year, is actually a digital add-on for the month of January that you get from her class. So that is what I used for my January page, and for what I'm going to be adding into my January section, I'm actually going to back a photo of myself onto this Take Note paper, which is, I think it's called Fancy Free. It's from the Take Note collection by Fancy Pants Design, and I just love that design so much. I got it in one of my recent Citrus Twist kits, and since I'm not really doing 12 by 12 scrapbooking anymore and my project life is very much Allie's kits, I wanted to make sure to use some of my 12 by 12 papers in my traveler's notebook. So as you can see, I actually did adhere my photo onto that backing paper, but then I realized that it actually did have a side because the hearts were upside down the first time, so I had to take it back up and re-adhere it, but it all turned out great. And then I kind of did it at a very small angle because I knew that I wanted to add something, a sentiment at the bottom, and I'm just looking through my Allie Edwards stamps and my very messy desk to find the Change story stamp. So I decided to stamp out Welcome Change, and as I said, that's from the Change story kit by Allie Edwards. I'm sorry if you can hear my daughter in the background. I hope it's not super loud. But I am stamping that with some Memento ink in dark flannel, or gray flannel. I think it's gray flannel. And I'm just going to be cutting that out and adhering that to the space below the photo. And as you can see, that photo is a little bit of a silly photo. It's actually from Instagram stories. It has the filter on it, and it was really the only photo that I've taken of myself that's kind of a selfie that I've actually liked. So there it goes in my traveler's notebook. And I decided that the plain white looked kind of stark against that blue flower background. So I'm going to be backing that welcome change onto um, the paper from Maggie Holmes' Carousel collection. It's called Festival, and I really liked it because it had kind of the same peachy pink color as those flowers in the other paper. So I thought that matched really well. So I'm just adhering that down, and then I felt like it needed something else. So after I fix the placement and make it a little more straight, I'm going to try to add another stamp, and that one is also from the Ali Edwards Change Story Kit, and I end up backing it on one of those label stickers that are also from that same Maggie Holmes Carousel paper. And I thought it was appropriate to talk about changes and use that story kit for my One Little Word album, because for me, One Little Word is all about inviting change into my life through my word. So for this year, since I'm choosing focus, I want to really concentrate on focusing on the good, focusing on the small moments that I have, and really focusing on getting in shape, and not just physically, but also mentally, and participating in more of my hobbies and spending more time with my family and all of that really good stuff. So for the opposite page as my selfie page, which is also a prompt from Allie's One Little Word class, I'm also going to be including the quote that I had printed. And at first, I was going to kind of make this a fold-out page, which is why I'm kind of cutting that chevron paper kind of weirdly. And that chevron paper is actually from the Felicity Jane Joy collection, which was a Christmas collection. It's called Chevron and Asterisk. I'm not sure if that collection is still available, but I really love the colors. I actually really love Felicity Jane papers to begin with, but I thought that that was perfect to back my quote upon. And my quote says, "Focus on where you want to go, not on what you fear," which I thought was pretty perfect for 2018 and what I want to focus on. So I'm just adhering that down. And there are a couple other prompts for January that Ali recommends doing, but I'm not sure actually if I'm going to include those in this traveler's notebook. I may, or I might not, but this is what I have so far. So I hope you join me next time for my February prompts, and if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.